For years, when people talk about power in Asia, the same names echo: China, Japan, South Korea, massive economies, high technology, global influence. But while the spotlight has stayed on them, something remarkable has been happening in the background, quietly, steadily, and completely overlooked. The Philippines, a nation once dismissed as small, struggling, or unstable, is beginning to challenge everything the world thought it knew about power, not through force, not through fear, but through something far more lasting: its people, its culture, and its spirit. This isn't the rise of another country seeking dominance. This is the rise of a nation redefining what power means, not by controlling others, but by inspiring them. And if the world hasn't noticed yet, it soon will. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on the notification bell, because today we're uncovering the quiet transformation reshaping Asia and why the Philippines might be the most underestimated story of this century. 1. The quiet rise. Power doesn't always make noise. Sometimes it grows in silence, in small victories, in consistent progress, in people who refuse to give up. The Philippines has been rising beneath global radar for years, through economic recovery, cultural influence, and a generation of young determined citizens reshaping what success means. While the world debates superpower rivalries, the Philippines focuses on something more powerful: adaptability. From tech innovation and business outsourcing to tourism and creative industries, the nation is becoming one of Asia's most dynamic economies. It's not about sudden domination, it's about consistent evolution, and that's what makes it unstoppable. 2. The geography of destiny. Most people see 7,000 islands. What they don't see is the strategic crossroad of Asia. The Philippines lies in a location that connects global trade routes between the Pacific and Southeast Asia. Whoever influences these waters indirectly influences trillions of dollars in trade flow each year. That's why, for centuries, world powers tried to control it, from colonial empires to modern alliances. But through it all, the Philippines remained. That endurance, that ability to stand firm through centuries of storms, is a sign of true strength, not weakness. 3. The unbreakable spirit. Call the Philippines weak, and you reveal how little you know about strength, because strength here isn't loud, it's quiet, steady, and built through centuries of resilience. From Lapu-Lapu, who stood as Asia's first defender against colonization, to the revolutionaries who fought with nothing but courage and conviction, the Filipino spirit has never bowed to pressure. When storms hit, literal or political, the world watches the same pattern: devastation, followed by defiance. From cities reduced to rubble to villages swallowed by floods, Filipinos rebuild with a smile that says, "We've seen worse." No superpower can replicate that kind of endurance. It's not made in factories or trained in academies. It's born in hearts that refuse to break, even when the world does. That's not weakness. That's unshakable strength. And it's what turns every setback into another reason to rise. 4. The silent economic force. The Philippines doesn't just participate in the world economy, it powers it quietly from behind the scenes. Over 10 million overseas Filipino workers, OFWs, stand as the heartbeat of industries across the globe. They care for families, build cities, teach children, and keep entire systems running, often far from home but always carrying that same Filipino dedication wherever they go. Every remittance, every hour worked overseas isn't just money. It's a message: you can rely on us. And that reliability has turned the Philippines into one of the most trusted labor forces on earth. But the story doesn't end abroad. Back home, the business process outsourcing, BPO sector, is rewriting what it means to be competitive. While other nations chase cost efficiency, the Philippines delivers excellence: 24/7 global support, financial services, tech operations, and creative digital solutions for some of the world's biggest companies. From Metro Manila to Cebu to Davao, skyscrapers glow late into the night, filled with young professionals serving clients halfway across the globe. It's not noise, it's quiet dominance. The Philippines proves that true economic power doesn't always come from the biggest factories. Sometimes, it comes from the most dependable people. 5. The strategic underdog. In the game of global strategy, most people only see size, but wisdom often hides in the small and underestimated. The Philippines may not have the largest armies or the flashiest technology, but it possesses something more valuable: experience, adaptability, and trust. Its geography makes it one of the most crucial strategic points in the Pacific, a gateway that connects East Asia, Southeast Asia, and the world's busiest trade routes. For centuries, world powers have recognized this not because of dominance but because the Philippines sits at the center of everything that matters. Its military forces are trained in some of the world's most challenging terrains, jungles, islands, and coastlines. That makes them experts in agility and defense, not brute strength. They know how to fight smart, not just hard. But here's where the Philippines truly stands out: its ability to build alliances. Through deep partnerships with nations like the US, Japan, and Australia, it has positioned itself as a stabilizing force in a region where stability is priceless. In times of tension, the world looks for who can be trusted. And when that moment comes, the Philippines isn't the loudest voice in the room. It's the one everyone listens to. Because sometimes, the most powerful piece on the board is the one nobody saw coming. 6. Culture as influence. Some nations conquer through armies. The Philippines conquers through connection. Filipino culture has spread across the globe through music, art, food, and the warmth of its people. From world-class singers to global athletes and creators, the Filipino presence is felt everywhere. But beyond entertainment, it's the emotional power of Filipino kindness, humor, and hope that truly connects with the world. That's not weakness. That's the kind of influence that doesn't fade. Soft power that changes hearts. 7. The future that's just beginning. The Philippines isn't just surviving, it's transforming. Beneath its soil lie essential resources like nickel, copper, gold, and natural gas, materials vital for renewable energy, electric vehicles, and future technology. And above ground, a population of over 115 million with a median age of just 25. That means energy, creativity, and innovation are just beginning to rise. While older nations slow down, the Philippines grows younger and bolder. A new generation of thinkers, creators, engineers, and dreamers is redefining what it means to be powerful. Not through wealth or weapons, but through potential. The question isn't if the Philippines will rise. It's how soon the world will realize it already has. 8. The redefinition of power. The world still measures power by noise, by who shouts loudest, who shows the biggest army, who claims the highest GDP. But the Philippines is quietly rewriting that rulebook. Power can also mean resilience. It can mean joy despite hardship. It can mean building communities instead of conquering them. The Philippines shows that true strength isn't about fear. It's about faith, unity, and progress. And in a century that will need more cooperation than conflict, this might just be the kind of power the world needs most. The world keeps searching for the next superpower. But maybe it's not the loudest nation that will define the future. Maybe it's the one that rises quietly, humbly, and proves that greatness can come wrapped in warmth, courage, and hope. The Philippines isn't just rising. It's redefining what power means for the entire world. So, what do you think? Is the world finally waking up to the Philippines' hidden strength, or are we still underestimating what's coming? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because we're just getting started.